Hiya, I'm Lily, and today I'd like to show you how we can create a drop shadow using our die cut images. Now this is a really simple and easy technique, but it really does add a really lovely finishing touch to your projects, and it really does make a difference. Right, so the dies that I'm working with today are from the Tattered Lace A Touch of Nature collection. And what I've done is I've cut one of the Best Wishes dies out of gold mirror card, and I've cut another out of the Charisma like so. And what we want to do is we want to add a gold drop shadow to our Charisma image. And by adding a drop shadow, it gives us that extra little bit of interest. And by using gold mirror card, it gives us that touch of luxury and opulence and makes our projects look really special. Now I have chosen gold mirror, and the reason I've chosen gold for this particular project is because of the pink tones within the Best Wishes die. Within this Charisma, we've got a warm pink tone. By choosing gold, it's going to bring out that warmth within the pink. Now, if we had a cooler tone, perhaps like a cool blue, I might have chosen a silver to bring out the coolness within that blue. But of course, you don't have to use mirror card. You can use whatever colour card you like. Black tends to work quite well, or just depending on the colours within your Charisma, just choose your drop shadow colour accordingly, but it's completely up to you. You could be using pearl card, you could be using mirror card, even glitter card to create lots of different effects. But the principle is exactly the same. Once you know how to do a drop shadow, it's very, very easy to follow, and I think you'll be doing it all the time. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually lay our Charisma image over the top of our image cut in gold. And what we're going to do is we're just going to offset it slightly to give that just slight suggestion of gold onto there, just that slight drop shadow. Now the way I tend to do it is I tend to have my top layer positioned slightly upwards and slightly to the right. Now you could be doing it the other way, you could be slightly upwards and slightly to the left, or even slightly downwards. But I find personally it works better, I find it's more pleasing to my eye to have the upper layer slightly above and slightly to the right. And we just want that hint of gold. We don't want it to be really, really offset as it sort of looks slightly strange. We just want it slightly shadowed, just that little bit of gold peeking through. So we're going to take our top layer, which is our Charisma layer. We're going to add some glue to the back. Now I want to stick this flat, so I'm just using a wet glue. And we're just going to dot the glue all over there. Now this is quite a fine die cut, so if you want to be using your little glue applicators, you can do, or if you do have a glue with a fine nozzle, then that's absolutely perfect as well. If it was more of a solid image with less detail, you could of course be using your double-sided tapes if you do prefer. It just depends on the image that you're working with, but of course you can drop shadow any die cut at all. It's just I've chosen this gorgeously detailed tattered lace die, so there is quite a few little fiddly bits, so a wet glue is perfect for a die cut like this. So once I'm happy that I've got enough glue dotted all over the back on there, I'm going to turn it over. I'm just going to spend a minute positioning it so that I'm happy. So lining it up, offsetting it slightly upwards, slightly to the right, and once I'm happy, I'm going to stick it down. Now the beauty of using a wet glue is that we've got that manoeuvrability. We've got a minute, we've got that little bit of wiggle room just to manoeuvre it into place. These little tendrils, just fiddle about with them until they're in a position that we're totally happy with, and then we can start to just press the image down just to make sure it's stuck down well. Now because we are sticking into mirror, it does take a little bit more gluing than perhaps a normal card, as it's got that sort of plasticky coating on top. So as you can see, like so, we've added our Charisma over the top of our gold mirror card, just to get that offset bit of gold, but it gives a real touch of opulence. That's how we do a little bit of drop shadowing. As you can see, it's a really quick and easy technique, but does just give that finishing touch to all your die cuts. So I'm really excited to see the sort of projects you're going to be creating now that you can incorporate adding your drop shadows.